Hi guys, I'm Sierra Rhymes. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to kind of talk about being yourself. Being yourself is really important, and unfortunately quite a few people struggle with the idea of actually fully being themselves. Like, culture has like a new norm on things all the time. It's constantly changing, and people are always rushing around trying to keep up with the trends and trying to keep up with what looks good now and who's doing what and who wears what and all kinds of things. But unfortunately, a lot of times when doing that and chasing that around, we kind of lose who we truly are, and I think that's kind of a bad thing. Firstly, I want to talk about how being different is good. Not everyone is made the same. No one's created exactly alike. There are no complete identical twins. You know what I mean? Like, there's identical twins, but there's no like exact replica. Like, there's always a slight difference, whether it be personality or it be like their sense of style, whatever it is, there's always a slight difference in someone. So whether you're short, tall, what people would consider average height, or whether you feel like, you know, you're on the skinny side, or you're like, you know, got some extra love to you, like, no matter where you are on any of the scales, being yourself is perfect, because you were made for a very specific reason, and you are the only person that can fit the role that was designed for you. Being unique is amazing. It's very important. Don't be afraid to play around with outfits. Like, if that's what you enjoy and you like making random outfits out of things that you have at home, or going out and thrift shopping and finding things, whatever it is, don't be afraid to wear that out in public. Like, it's a good thing, you know? That's how fashion is made, is people taking a chance or a risk on something that's not quite the norm right now. And so you might become your own fashionista, you never know. Having fun. Having fun is very important for everyone. It actually is shown that when you have fun, certain chemicals are released in your brain that promotes healthier lifestyles, where it's like it actually is better for your body and your heart and all kinds of different things. So having fun is very important. Another thing about having fun is being yourself and having fun, because when you're not being yourself, is having fun really fun? One thing about being yourself is the idea that two heads are better than one. And what I mean by that is the idea that, yes, we can all be one clone of one person. However, if we all were to contribute our own unique ideas and our own style to things, or whatever it is, our own personality, our own thought processes, everything, no one has the same perspective. So by doing that, we can actually kind of all come together and make something much more beautiful than it would have been if we were all just trying to be the same person. It's just a lot more vibrant. True joy. If you're being yourself and you're actually pursuing things that you enjoy and doing things that you like and that fit you, you're actually going to find that you have more joy and better, truer, fulfilling joy than if you're trying to follow someone else's example, like in the sense of being exactly like them. Like, when you try to copy someone else, it's just not as fulfilling as when you're being yourself. Loving who you are now. It's important to love exactly who you are now, even if that's not what you see yourself as. Like, for instance, I wanted to get more toned because I felt like that's something that I felt would improve myself. So for me to love myself being toned, I had to establish loving myself before I got there, because if you don't love yourself as you are now, you will never truly love yourself, no matter what you do or what you change or what you improve. So it's important to establish self-love, because if you can't love yourself and you're not fulfilled there, you can't truly love and be kind to other people as fully as you would be if you were loving yourself. Don't compare yourself to others. Like, trying to compare yourself to someone else is not good. Like, for instance, if I were to try to compare myself to one of my friends that does modeling, we have very different body types. We have different metabolisms. We have different family genes that run through us. So for instance, she's naturally very like petite, whereas I am more of a, I'm not really petite. I'm more of like a, you know, a good strong build, I guess, if that makes sense. But trying to be her is not ever going to happen, because that's not how I'm built. So comparing myself to her progress is not going to help me because I will never meet her progress. However, if I'm comparing myself to myself, say for instance when you're trying to get tone, you take a picture of what you look like now, and then as you progress you take a photo saying like 2 weeks after you have been working on it, and you'll get progression photos. And that's what you do, is you compare yourself to yourself. So anytime that you want to improve on yourself, you don't look at someone else and go, oh, well, I want to be better than them. You go and you look at yourself and you say, okay, these are the things that I feel need improvement, and you work on yourself. Enjoy your life. Don't feel like you have to hide away. Like, that's something that I'm kind of still learning, is that it's okay to be yourself. And if you have like a goofy sense of humor that not a ton of people seem to get, like, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I'm sure there's other people out in the world that still have that sense of humor, and each perspective is unique and beautiful, and there's no real reason to kind of pretend that you're something you're not. Just spending so much time pretending that you're not something that you are is just such a waste of a lifetime, and we only really get one life. So in my opinion, it's better just to kind of be yourself and not try to hide away and pretend that you're something you're not. It's just, everyone has a specific purpose, in my opinion, and it's kind of important to just accept who you are and work with it, because you can't really change who you are. So, I mean, why not just love it as it is? No negative self-talk. Now, this is really actually very important. It's shown psychologically that if you speak negatively, that actually will be in your brain. So whether it be like hating on someone's dress or saying that you look fat or something like that, when you talk negatively, that actually causes chemicals in your brain to react in ways that will actually make your, like, you'll just start thinking on a negative track. And on top of that, I've noticed that I don't feel as good, like health-wise or in general, when I've been speaking negatively, and that's something that I'm still working on. It's probably going to take a lot of time for me to completely perfect it, but I've kind of started, for instance, trying to make it like a kind of like a challenge for me not to say anything negative all day. And even trying to do that has decreased my amount of negative like self-talk and negative thoughts and like talk in general throughout the day. And I've actually found it to be really great. It actually makes me feel a lot better, and I find it easier to deal with other people and to interact with them in a healthy, positive way. Confidence. Confidence is incredibly important. It can open doors for you that, like, if you seem uncertain of yourself, you can't really get open. Most people, especially in a business perspective, want to work with someone that is like grounded and secure. And so like if you seem like you're not sure about yourself in a certain area, they're not going to hire you, because if you're not sure about yourself, they're not sure about you either. And it makes you more of like a risk or a like unpredictable person to them in a business perspective. So faking confidence is a perfect way to actually develop confidence. The whole phrase, fake it till you make it, actually works. So if you go into something like a business deal, or if you're trying modeling or something and you don't feel quite confident about yourself, faking that confidence will actually help you develop real confidence, because as you go in and pretend to be confident, people interact with you as if you are confident, and you will see that there actually isn't as much for you to worry about and to not be confident about, because people usually are very open and accepting and kind. Okay, so that's my talk about loving yourself. If you have any ideas, thoughts, comments, concerns, opinions, anything, or even suggestions for, you know, a new video idea or things that you would want to see, or any questions you have for me, or anything that you're struggling with that you would like to talk to someone about or anything like that, feel free to either message me or leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to check me out on my social media, at Sierra Rhymes, as always. Yeah, so don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to see my next video, I post every Saturday, make sure to hit the bell, and yeah. Have a great week and a great weekend, and I'll be seeing you next Saturday. Bye. you know. Apples tend to be, you know, not as acidic. That doesn't sound good. I'm gonna try this again.